Hello, guys, and welcome to today's interesting episode of Madrid, My DNA, the home of everything Madridistas, as we discuss you through the latest and important updates at Real Madrid. Kickstarting with today's agenda, Real Madrid and Carlo Ancelotti are close to agreeing on a new renewal as a meeting with President Florentino Perez has been scheduled for soon, according to reliable sources. We are going to be talking you through that on this episode as we move further, and shortly after that, we will quickly turn our attention elsewhere as Real Madrid could stand to receive a whopping 1 billion euros if the ruling of the Super League on December 21st goes in their favor. We're also going to be explaining you the details of that in this episode, so please sit tight and watch right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bell so you do not miss on our next update. Despite the long list of injuries desperately trying to sabotage Real Madrid's season, the men in white have not budged. In fact, they have only gone to higher strength with every setback, and that is the mark of a champion. A large part of the credit goes to Carlo Ancelotti for developing a positive and healthy ecosystem in the dressing room. After all, several Real Madrid players have come out openly in recent weeks to praise the ecosystem and harmony as the reason behind their success. Ancelotti's future has been under a cloud of doubt for a long time now. At times, he appears close to being replaced at Real Madrid, while there were also been significant periods when news of his continuity did the rounds. The logical conclusion drawn by the fans across the globe was that the manager's future would depend on the team's performances at the business end of the campaign and the titles won. Now, according to Marca, that relates that the process is no longer restricted by such clause. Ancelotti is growing closer to renewing his deal than leaving for the Brazilian national team. He does not contemplate coaching any other team, nor do Real Madrid think of a new manager. Despite the Spanish outlet goes on to add that Ancelotti has a meeting scheduled with Florentino Perez in the coming days to discuss his future. The two stalwarts of Real Madrid are indeed in constant conversation, but their talks are limited to gestures of reassurance and about the extent of comfort both parties feel. The meeting later this week is thus critical, for it will be convened chiefly to discuss Ancelotti's future. Any agreement will be subject to result on the field, but it is safe to say that Real Madrid are currently playing at a very high level. Ancelotti wishes to stay, and an agreement may not be far away. So, having discussed and concluded with that, we will quickly turn our attention elsewhere as Real Madrid might earn a whopping 1 billion euros if the ruling of the Super League goes in their favor on December 21st. Real Madrid might get a financial injection of a whopping 1 billion euros if the ruling regarding the controversial Super League goes in their favor on December 21st, reports Mundo Deportivo. The important thing here is a decision from the High European Court coming out next Thursday The 21st, as the club supporting this decision, want to create a set of rules. These rules would let them join the Super League in the future without having to quit their national team and cups. As of today, the aforementioned report says the plan is going well as there is a bunch of money involved as investors are putting in 15 billion euros to kick off the competition. From that total, the investors will get to keep 15%, while Barcelona and Real Madrid will get a bonus for sticking with the project. A decision will be taken on December 21st at 9:30 a.m. after the UEFA and La Liga will probably say they have won because the decision recognizes their right to organize football games. But at the same time, A22 Sports Management, the company behind the Super League project, can also say they have won. The decision is likely to say that the UEFA doesn't have the only right to organize football tournaments. In the game of Monopoly, it is important to have a fair setup. The people in charge want a decision that shows how to create healthy competition according to EU rules, so one company doesn't dominate everything, in this case, UEFA. Before the decision is made, UEFA and ECA, the European Club Association, along with Nasser Al-Khelaifi from Paris Saint-Germain, are trying to get clubs to sign a paper. This paper says that even if the decision doesn't go in favor of UEFA, the clubs promise to stick with UEFA competitions. They are getting ready just in case a new competition happens. After the decision on the 21st, there will be a time when we will find out all the prepared details by A22 Sports Management if the ruling supports the Super League. It is not just talk. There is money ready in the bank, and Real Madrid are leading the way and are fully committed to this project. On the other hand, UEFA is backed financially by Qatar and could respond with a Super Champions competition in the future. So I haven't talked and concluded with that. We have come to the end of this episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. See you next time, and Hala Madrid to us all.